just wanted to make this video to give you guys a few tips on how you can make counseling and therapy affordable for you. All right, the first thing is to check with your health insurance because they may cover part or all of the counseling services that you need. If you're intimidated by going through your insurance and kind of dealing with all those things because they can be pretty complex and sometimes a little overwhelming, you could always go to the counseling service first. So maybe find a counseling center in your area, talk to them about, hey, I would really like to set up some services, but I'm not sure what my insurance covers. They should be able to help you go through the insurance and figure out what they can pay for. And that you can also use that as a way to kind of gauge that counseling center there and see, hey, if they're really nice and helpful with this process, then that's probably a place that would be a good place for you to go because you want it to be someplace that you feel comfortable with. Or you can definitely contact your insurance provider directly and just kind of ask what kind of mental health services that they offer. I put a couple links in the description that should help you out with where to get started if you'd like to do some mental health services and insurance options research on your own. Another thing you can do is check with your job. Check with the human resources office at your job and see what mental health services or counseling services they offer. For example, I work in the school system and we have what's called the Employee Assistance Program. And with that, I can get 3 free counseling sessions basically whenever I need it. So that's something that's offered through my job, free to me. So just check with your job because maybe you have something like that you didn't even know about. Another thing that you should know is that some places that you will find that are counseling services or mental health services, they operate based on a sliding scale. So that means that the less money that you make, then the less you'd have to pay to have services there or see a counselor or see a therapist. So they take into account how much money you make and they say, hey, if this person isn't making that much money, then we're not going to make them pay quite as much for our services because we want them to be able to afford it. That type of strategy can be really helpful if you're having any trouble with your insurance and getting them to cover things. So you may have to look around to find a place that offers that because not every place does, but once you find it, those types of places can really make mental health services and counseling a lot more accessible and affordable. All right, last thing is just to kind of shop around and read reviews. So Google the counseling centers and services in your area and compare them, read some reviews, because at the end of the day, you're going to be sharing some pretty personal things at these places, and you just want it to be someplace that you're comfortable being at and that you feel like you can trust. You can also use this opportunity to compare costs between different places. Maybe, like I said before, maybe you can help find one place that operates on a sliding scale because that's really what you need right now, or maybe one place takes your insurance but the other place doesn't. So it gives you the option to also compare the cost to you and maybe find a place that's more affordable for you. Again, please remember that taking care of yourself is really important and it's worth the extra effort and time that it would take to set up some help for yourself because in some cases you really need it and it would be really helpful to you and it would help you work through some things and hopefully help you just make progress in your life and just come out on the other side a lot happier and stronger. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions or ideas, then feel free to let me know in the comments. Other than that, take care.